In the news, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu declares April 7th as National Police Day. Federal government begins disbursement of Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme of 200 billion naira palliative loans. In Uganda capital, Kampala, several traders closed their businesses in protest at the enforcement of a controversial tax invoicing system. The under-18 women's handball team head coach pleads for ministry aid ahead World Cup. And this is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Abiodun Sadiq. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has identified complete overhaul of institutional mentality and memory of police officers as fundamental in his administration's ongoing bid to transform the Nigerian Police Force, NPF, into a modern, professional and accountable institution. The president, who spoke during the maiden edition of the Nigerian Police Awards and Commendation Ceremony at Transcorp Hilton, Abuja, stressed the need to engage men and women of the force in training and capacity building to equip them with the expertise required to carry out the audacious tasks of modern policing. President Tinubu, who was represented at the event by Vice President Kashim Shettima, explained why the federal government approved the first week of April as Police Week and the last day of the week as National Police Day. The Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, has called on the police, particularly the Inspector General Kayode Egbetokun, to weed out bad officers from the force. This was as he pledged the full cooperation and support of the National Assembly for better policing of Nigeria. Akpabio said this at the median edition of the Nigerian Police Awards and Commendation Ceremony held in Abuja. The Senate President commended the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, and the entire leadership of the Nigerian Police Force for organizing the event and urged them to use the occasion to celebrate the achievement of the Nigerian Police Force and to reiterate the commitment to working together for a safer and more secure Nigeria. The federal government has announced the allocation of 8,925 houses to deserving applicants nationwide under the National Housing Program, NHP. This was as the government noted that there were no completed houses in Abia, Lagos, Bayelsa, Rivers State, and the Federal Capital Territory. This is contained in a statement issued by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Dr. Marcus Ogumbi, in Abuja. According to the information, the NHF is a federal government scheme which entitles all Nigerians above the age of 21 years in paid employment to a low-interest government-funded loan. Members of the scheme contributed 2.5% of their monthly salary to the fund through the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. The Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment said of the Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme to verify applicants after all exhaustive selection process. The government, through the Bank of Industry, had said it would be disbursing 3 categories of funding totaling 200 billion naira to support manufacturers and businesses across the country. In a progress report posted on the Trade Minister's official X handle on Tuesday, Doris Anete stated that an unspecified number of beneficiaries have received their grants, adding that by April 19, another significant disbursement will be made to a substantial number of verified applicants. She said they are pleased to inform the public that the disbursement process for the Presidential Conditional Grant Program has officially commenced. Electricity has been restored in Nigeria after the grid collapse earlier for the 6th time this year. The state-owned power distribution company said the outage was caused by a fire outbreak at the power station in Afam town in the southern river state. The system was restored later on Monday afternoon. The transmission company of Nigeria, TCN, said, adding that it would continue to strengthen the grid infrastructure to prevent future disruptions. We go on a short break now. We'll be right back.
Malachite TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV. With entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. And on the foreign scene, several traders in Uganda capital, Kampala, have closed their businesses on Tuesday in protest at the enforcement of a controversial tax invoicing system, local media reports. Many business people believe the new system will complicate their operations and result in them paying more taxes. The electronic fiscal receipting and invoicing system was launched by the tax agency in January 2021 to track sales and taxes in real time. 9 women who had been arrested in Zimbabwe for allegedly booing the First Lady have had the charges dropped. They were withdrawn on the instruction of the First Lady Auxilia Manungunga, citing presidential spokesperson George Charamba. Both the First Lady and Police Commissioner General agreed the officers on the ground overreacted. The Zimbabwe lawyers for human rights who represented the women in court said prosecutors charged that the women who were seated on the ground stood up and started booing the First Lady while she was making her close remarks during her address, intending to disrupt her speech, and showed disgruntlement that they had not received anything from her. And on sport, Champions League quarter-final second leg begin Tuesday with Barcelona hosting PSG while Dortmund welcome Atletico. Barcelona versus PSG and Borussia Dortmund versus Atletico Madrid. The final round of the quarter-final comes up Wednesday night. Bayern Munich versus Arsenal and Man City versus Real Madrid. The head coach of the under-18 women's handball team, Shitu Agbola, had called on the sport ministry to come to support the team as they prepare for the women's under-18 handball championship. The 10th edition of the championship is scheduled to be held from August 14th to 25th in Zhuhai, People's Republic of China. Nigeria have been paired in Group B alongside European giant Croatia, Montenegro, and Angola, who fell to the coach Agbola tutored side in the third place match of the 2023 African Under-18 Women's Handball Championship in Monastir. While admitting that his side had been paired in one of the toughest groups, Agbola said Nigeria, who are the second best team globally at the IHF Women's Trophy 2023-2024, can qualify from the group but use the opportunity to call on the ministry to support the team. Nigerians under-18 women's handball team qualified for the World Championship for the first time in their history after defeating Morocco in the quarter-final of the African Under-18 Women's Handball Championship in Monastir, Tunisia last year. They lost to Egypt in the semi-finals but went on to finish third in the Nations Cup after defeating Angola in the third place match. And on entertainment, it was gathered that Idris Okuneye, aka Bobrisky, gender has been ascertained after thorough examination by a top official at the Ikoyi Custodial Center. Bobrisky, who ended a 6-month prison sentence over Naira abuse, has been thoroughly examined at the point of admission into the prison facility at Ikoyi. Justice Abimbola Owogboro of the Federal High Court in Lagos, while sentencing the convict on Friday, April 12, asked if he was male or female, to which he replied and confirmed that he was a man. Bobrisky, who was taken into custodial center after the judgment, was said to have been treated equally to other inmates. Confirming the gender status of the cross-dresser, the top official of the Ikoyi prison facility said Bobrisky made a public declaration that he was a male and court proceedings are public recorded. And this is the size of our news package. If you like what we are doing, do support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV. Like and follow our Facebook pages, MLC TV, MLC TV 2, MLC TV Yoruba, and Ibiravabe MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021, X handle Malachi TV, and TikTok, Malachite_TV. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contribution, comment, advert placement, or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachi TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Saturday 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's Ward, and Monday 9 a.m. The Opinion. It's Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brother's keepers to build a happier and better society together. I am Abiodun Sadiq. See you tomorrow.